to you because since I saw you all are struggling, so I should tell you, and those you should be aware of. Okay, so okay, recording is started. So the first thing is navigational commands are there. So navigational commands, what are those navigational commands are there? One is yesterday, like I was using extensively CD I was using. Okay. So CD, if you talk about, if we say current, what is the current working directory is there. So its home mobile term is there, right? So if you want to go one level above, okay, so the main level is here actually main directory is home, and under home there mobile term is there, right? So to reach to the home, how you can go through it. So this is how you can cd dot dot. So this will move one level above. Okay. So the directive will go one level above. Now if you see, so PWD you can check always what is your current present working directory. So here it is showing, but sometime if you have been working on VM, there it shows only which shell you have been working. It doesn't show the entire path. Okay. So in that case, you need to say PWD. Okay. So from here you come to know that you are currently moved to one level up. Okay. So if you have to switch to the directory, right? You have to switch from one directory to another directory, like we do in Windows. Windows we simply what we do, if let's say some directories here, okay, let's say, so you have to switch from Camtasia to some other Confluent Kubernetes examples, right? Or add in expert. You simply click on that, switch on that. Or if you go to the Windows DOS platform, there also you do it, right? So to do this, you simply dot dot is just wherever you are in current directory, one level above you will going. Like so, I'll go once again inside and I'll show you once again. Okay. And ls is always when you are in a current directory, there you need to check how many files and directories are there. Okay. And there are shortcuts I'll keep on telling so that you don't have to. So one is if you have to go to the mobile term. Okay. So you need to type cd. Okay. And then if you put, if you simply write first letter of your directory or file, then you have to press tab. Okay, that also include into the notes, so you don't have to write it down, just keep it in mind. Okay, so if you put tab, it will automatically put rest of the name of that file or directory, so that you can easily, if you enter it now, if you see where we exactly we are, home under mobile stuff. Okay, so again pwd is home mobile stuff. So cd param, now you are under home mobile param. Okay, so now if you have to come two level outside. Okay, two level. Okay, that means now you're on third level. Okay, under home mobile stuff and then param. Okay, so you want to come back to the home. Okay, so you have to do it dot dot and then dot dot. So now you are reached into home. So if you want to move one level above, then dot dot, and if you second two level above, then again dot dot, and if again more levels are there, accordingly you can put dot dot. Okay. So this is the navigational command. Okay. So another thing is, let's say now we are into home. Okay. So there is one shortcut is there for the home tile. If you see, so if you see, so this is your home actually. Okay, this is your home. Earlier we were under home directory. Now this is your home. Okay, so if you cd tiled sign, if you put it, then you will directly reach there. So wherever, let's say you are under some at this path you are there, right? So now you need to go back to your home directory. To go back to the home directory, you need to simply do tiled sign. Okay. So remember, one thing is if you have to navigate to certain files or folders, okay, so you don't have to remember everything, and there are case sensitive cases are there, file name and folder names, okay, so you don't have to remember, simply go ls, do ls, you will get all the files and folders. And let's say you don't want to go to the home, you want to go to some folder. So one option is just put one letter. Let's say you want to go into the param folder. So param folder, if you need to go into, just put one letter. Just after that you need to put tab. Okay, so now there would be some situations where, let's say you have, okay, let's say you have param 1 directory is there. Now you have two directories with the name param. Okay, let me go one level above. Now you have two directories. Okay, oh, sorry. Now you have two directories. If you say, ls, and then if you say first letter, and if you tab it, it will navigate to the common path. So param and param 1, what is the common path? Param. Okay, so it will navigate to the common path. That means it will automatically populate the rest of the name of the file, but until those two files common name, and after that you need to tell whether you want to go to one or you want to go to the same whatever param is there. Okay, after that you can, if you say param 1, you can go into, now we are into param 1 folder. Okay, oh sorry, that we were doing ls. If we say cd, any, for any command we can do. So I put p, now tab is showing param, I did param 1. Now if I see here, I'm under param 1. Okay, param 1 folder. Okay, so this is for navigation, because in Windows, if you go here, in you can simply do navigation like you can just click and you can navigate to. But here you have to navigate. Okay, so you need to tell which path you need to go into. If you don't remember path, no need of worry. In that case, you need to, and clear command is there. If you put clear, it will wipe out whatever is there on your screen, and it will take to you the top. Okay, so these small commands, actually people keep on writing or keep on doing, but they don't tell it. So there are people they struggle. So I don't want you to struggle. That's the reason I'm telling to you. Okay, so one
Sir,
is,
how can I see that how many directories are created? Can I see that?
yeah. So there are different ways are there. So there is one tree command is there. If you want to see, so there are two.
How many directories are created on nowadays the up to the till date?
How many directories till date you are created?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so on
Like
your
Param one, Param Veer, there are different type of directories are there.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
that
why.
okay. That if you are creating under one folder, you can simply you can do ls and you can check out. Okay, you can check out here. Okay, got it?
Param one, Param and Param one. There was another directory named said Veer.
Yeah, that was under these, right?
Param under Param. Okay,
Yeah. That was under param.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
that also you can, if you want to check out, there is one command tree. So if you give tree, it will give you the entire whatever under param 1 param. So whatever is there, if you give path of current directory, so here tree doesn't work. So it will work in it's working. Okay, if you see here, under current directory, what is the current directory?
Param one.
No, currently I'm under param, right? See
Param
here,
one. Yes, yes.
right, and I have given the tree command, right, and it's
Okay.
showing under param,
Under Param, there will be Param one, Veer, and
and
Singh.
then sing is under veer. Okay, you
Ah,
got
sorry,
it?
Singh is under Veer. Okay, okay,
Got it?
okay.
So it's working. On that day, it was not working. Maybe for folders in the no many directories or files were there. That's the reason it was not working on that day. Okay, got it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So once this is done, then few commands because uh, and one more thing, if you want to, so if you want to just you don't want to write first letter and you want to do like you want to navigate like let me go back to one level. So let's say you have these files and folder, you want to go to, let's say, param one. So simply you go to cd and just double click and right click, paste. Okay, so now it is, got it. So these are the shortcuts are there that always saves you a lot of time when you will be initially doing, you will be forgetting many things. And one up and down arrows there. I'll put all these everything there. Okay, so that you everyone can. So these things is usually no center tells, no institute tells, but what why I've been telling so that you can become productive and you should not struggle. Okay, so one is upward key and one is downward key. With the help of that, whatever the commands you have done so far. See, I'm moving now my upward key, okay, and now moving downward key. So you can see all those. But still, let's say you have executed 100 of commands, okay. One command, let's say, make directory you used in the beginning somewhere, and after that you executed 50-60 commands. Now you want to make directory, so for that control R is there. I have given that command control R. If you do it, you simply put the name of the command, it will show. See, I put a mk and it searched mk directory and it came into. And if you want to execute same command, you execute with the enter. And if you don't want to execute the same command, just right arrow. If you do it, it will show you. If you want to change some same parameters, just change it. Let's say you made it param2 and now enter it and now it's created. Okay, got it.
That means, man, if I edit some directories, so I can do that like that, right?
No, no, no. I said actually, I'll explain once again. So let's say you executed 100 commands. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens? There are bigger commands are there. Now this MK, DI around smaller commands are there, right?
Yes, yes.
There would be some point of time when bigger commands are there. You don't want to write it again. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
You don't want to write it again, and you don't remember also. Okay, and to
Okay.
save that time, let's say 100 words or 100 characters are there. You don't want to type 100 characters, don't want to remember. So there would be situations I will be telling to you. Okay, let's say yesterday we logged in, right? I don't know what is
Yes.
the IP of that machine, right? Yesterday we logged in. I'll do
Okay.
control R, but I log. Okay. So I logged in from basically from CMD. One second. So here if we do control, sorry, here it works or not, I don't know. I think here it doesn't work. Okay. So here if let's say let's say I'm doing SSH to some minus I, then private key abc dot, and then some username at the rate some machine random 10.1.2.200. Let's say this kind of machine. This command, let's say I executed. Okay. Okay, now I don't
Okay.
remember. I don't remember IP address. I don't want
Okay.
to go and check and then can get the, because IP address, for IP address I need to go to Azure machine, right? Where my
Okay.
VM is created. I don't want to do that. So I'll do control R. I'll search for SSH. I just put SS. It is showing me IP address, right? Now,
Okay.
I have another machine. Once I got this, I clicked on right arrow. Okay. Once you got this line, so this is just helping us to search whatever command we have executed earlier. That's all. Okay, control our utility. Okay, once you that got that command, if you want to use as it is, just put enter. If you don't want to use as it is, let's say I want to log into 201 machine, I'll change it and I'll enter it then. Okay, as it is.
Okay. Okay.
Got it? So this is important. These are the actually productivity hacks are there. These are really important. If someone is a new in DevOps and learn, they will struggle. So in this way, you can huge time you can save. Huge. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
let
in
me.
real life, there is number in number of machines can be there, right? Sir, user can be there. So for this, I can use
No, user
step.
will be no. User will be same.
Okay.
In company, user will be same. You will be
No,
the
no,
user.
IP address. I mean IP address.
So IP address for each machine, IP address will be there, right?
Okay, IP address will be different.
Yeah. Username, whatever the username, if you are in current your current organization, your one username is there. Your some username is there by which you are logging into your machine, right?
Okay.
So that username, mostly organizations, that username you can use it. Username is there, then you need to put your machine IDs. I mean IPs. Okay. Or else
Okay.
you can here also we'll go further and we'll tell you how other
Okay.
options, right? Okay. So far, any doubt? Let me check into notes. So I wanted to tell you few further things. It's very simple. If you keep on revising daily, it's very simple. It's very simple. You need to relate to certain things. And if you have doubt, just call me anytime. Okay. Just ping me before that. So if I'm free or not. Sometime my meetings are there. So 5-10 minutes if you need, I can help you. Okay. Now, yesterday we discussed. So there are permissions. So I got this image from somewhere. So I have taken it. Otherwise, to save my time, actually, I took it ready-made. Okay. So as I yesterday informed, that first letter it will be telling to you. So there are few more letters are there. We are just talking as of now file directory and link. Okay. So first letter always when you do long listing, it will show you the details of the files. Then it will be a directory or a file from where you can recognize whether it's a file is there or directory is there. Okay, or link is there, shortcut is there. That means. Then it comes to your read, write, and execute. There are three permissions. That file you can read, or you can write, or you can execute. Okay, and then group permissions, if let's say r hyphen x is there, that means write permission is not there, and read and execute permission is there. So similarly for others, yesterday I said honor, so that is a correction, I've been doing it. And for others, r hyphen x, that means read, then no write permission, then execute permission is there. Okay, so I'll tell you how we can change it. Okay, got it? So here these are octets will be there. Okay. So I'll tell you. So there are two ways are there by which we will changing the permissions. So I'll talk first with read, write, execute way. Another numeric way setup is there by which you can change your permissions. That I'll also talk. So how we use those numeric, how we drive those values, and then how we will be using it. Okay. Okay. Now let's say I'm doing clear. Why I've been repeating so that it should get registered to everyone's mind. Okay. So I'm doing clear. Now I'm going one level up. So to go one level up, CD is there, then dot dot is there. Now I'll check what are the permissions are there. Okay. So let's say param directory is there. For that, what are the permissions are there? So for a user who's created is for him, uh, read, write, and execute permissions are there. Then read permission is there for the group. Okay. So I wanted to discuss today octal notation that I wanted to finish as well. Okay. So octal notation, what is that? Okay. So as I informed just now, see from this diagram you can easily understand. Read, write, and execute permissions are there. Okay. So I'll write down on my notepad and I'll try to explain it here. 2 raised to power 0. So first position we count as a 0. Okay. So that means if we do the calculation for the binary numbers, okay, the 2 to power 0 is 2 to power 0 is 1. Okay. How those 7 7 we are arriving. Okay. So for the second write permission, that is at the position first position. So if we are starting our counting from zeroth position, so first position we are counting as zeroth position, second position we are counting as 1. Okay. So that time we will be calculating second positions 2 raised to power 1. Okay. And third one is 2 raised to power 2. So 2 raised to power 0, everyone knows math. When some number is having their power 0, that means it will become 1, right? And when power is 1, 2's power 1, that means 2, right? And then 2's power 2 is, then it will be 4, right? Now if you have to give only execute permissions, you have to say like this: change mode, okay. If you have to change everything, everything means there are 3 octets are there, right? Like this. So all together, if we want to change the provision for the user, it will be 7. 7 means 4 to power 2 power 2, that means this is for write. This 4 number is for write. 2 number is for, sorry, first 4 number is for read, 2 number is for write, and third number is for execute. And if we sum these, it becomes 7. Okay. So if we say 7, first 7, okay, other 0, that means these two permissions we don't want, and only we want permissions for the user. Okay. So I'll execute and I'll show you. So what I'm saying, I don't need permission for other group and others. Okay. So I need only permissions for user. I'm executing 700. Now see the change. Sorry. Are you able to see? So read, write, and execute permissions are there now for sample with 7. The rest of the permissions are gone, right?
Okay.
And if we want only execute permission, okay, that also you look into. That's not possible only execution. One second. So if for only execution, what number is there? 1, right? Let's see what happens there. Okay. So now what is there? For that file, execute permissions are there, right? Rest all are gone, right? Any question on it? And let's say I want execute and write permissions. Execute and write permissions will be, that means 2 plus 1, 3, right? So now write and execute permissions are there. And if I want everything, that means read, write and execute, we need to put add one more, that means 4. If we add to 3 that 4 numbers, it will become 7, and now all the permissions will be there. Okay. Any doubt on this? So that means these octet letter, these 3 letters, to give them permissions in the form of first of all to read uh, give them permissions in octal notation, then you have to calculate like this, these numbers. Okay, so for execute you need to make as a 2 to power 0, it will become 1, then 2 to power 2 for the right, the same order, because we will be moving from here, moving from here to here, from left right to left. Okay, so first letter is position is 0, then 2 to power 0 it will become 1, the second letter position is at 1, 2 to power 1 it will become 2, and third letter position is 2 to power 2 is 4. Okay, so now if you want to only do for the third letter, that means the third letter from the right, so that means read permission you have no need to give just 4. Okay, and it will give permission only for the read. Okay, and if you want to permissions to everyone, that will be 777. That means users, group and others. Now the permissions are there for everyone. Got it? Okay, so first letter for the user, another letter is for the group, and third letter is for others. Okay, user, group and others, so 777. If you give 777, so that means all the permissions. And if you give if 666 is there, and that means 6 is there, 6666, that means it will be 6 is 4 and 2, 6, right? 4 and 2, so that means it will give read and write, execute permissions will not be there. Okay, now read and write is there, execute is not there, right? Since we gave 666 for everyone, so that means the users, group and others. That's the reason. If we give only for the users, then rest of the people like group and others will not get. So just remember this. So how will you remember? So in that case, to remember it, just keep in mind 3 things. UGO. So U stands for users, G stands for group, O stands for others. So if you keep like this, so here the permissions are UGO. Okay, okay, got it. So UGO, there are 2 ways are there. Another way, let me tell you.